Hey guys, it's me, Melissamarie, and I'm so excited because I have a great video for you today. So with this video, I'm just jumping right into the project. I'm doing two Dollar Tree, or mostly Dollar Tree DIY projects that I want to add to my room since I'm doing a little makeover in my room. This product here is actually spackle that's purple, but it dries white, and I got that from Home Depot. The little paint that I showed after it is a metallic paint that I did get from Dollar Tree. The canvases here are from the Dollar Tree Plus section. There were two of them for $5, I believe it was. So this is the first project I'm going to start with. I'm going to do some textured artwork on these canvases. I've watched a couple of little DIYs and things like that. And basically you take the spackle, you put it on the canvas, and you try to make a textured design so that you create your own art. So that's what I'm doing here. I did not really have a full plan going into this, but I did know that I wanted the canvases to complement each other, but I did not want them to be exactly the same. So right now I'm just putting like massive amounts of the spackle on this. And again, it will dry white. But I was just trying to figure out how did I want this to look. So basically the design is going to end up being kind of like just as you saw it there, just kind of almost like sideways swipes. I think that's the best way I can describe that. And then with the other one, I'm going to load it up with the spackle again. But I actually got the Dollar Tree. It's the little serrated knife that is used. It's labeled that it's used to cut pool noodles. But I figured since the blades have that design at those little bevels, that would be a good tool to use to design this. I really didn't find too many other tools. So that's the knife I'm referring to right there. So I said, let me just load it up with enough spackle so that when I do spread the knife over it, it'll give me those, little grooves and lines. And that's what I did with that one. And so that's what I'm doing here. Once these are completed, I am going to add something else to them. But right now I do just have to let them fully dry. And like I said, I'll know that it's fully dry once this turns white. So this is how they look. I think they look pretty cool. You can see the textured look. Again, I kind of just winged it, but so far, it looks pretty good. But I'm going to hop away from this project and jump into another one. So it is several hours later. You can see the pink is starting to fade. It is starting to dry, but it's not quite there yet. So with this next project, it's actually going to be an enhancement to a mirror that I already have, like one of the little over-the-door mirrors. I've had it for many years, so I don't remember where it's from. If I had to guess, I would say Walmart, possibly. So now I'm using these two little decorative circle mirrors. Well, the mirror itself is circular, but the outside piece, you can see it's kind of like a little black and bronze swivel design. That's the best way I can describe it. And I'm using my little saw situation, but it couldn't fit in there, so I had to just use it to kind of hold it down more as a protection for my hand as well while I'm sawing. And so I first tried to saw through, and I'm like, there's a mirror in the middle, it's not gonna go through, and plus that would be a disaster if it shattered everywhere. And I really wasn't gonna go all the way through. I was just trying to get through enough to be able to kind of snap it. But then it just made more sense to kind of go around the mirror and then, break the pieces down that way. So I got a few good pieces there that I'm able to use. I'm going to sand them down first, and then I'm going to use E6000 glue, and I'm going to glue them to the four corners of the mirror, and so that it will have a cute little just elevated design. Nothing major. Here I am gluing it down now. Nothing too major, like I said. Just adding a little enhancement to it because I do want to hang it on the wall in my room. So for a while it was over one of our doors, and then it was just kind of in the corner. And then I was like, this would be cool to add it, but I just want to, give it a little update. So that's what I'm doing here. And I am going to just use the E6000, and this does take some time to dry. So I held it for a little while so that it would kind of set up, but truthfully it didn't set up all that much. And then I just added some heavy items like some books and stuff to hold it down. And here is the final product. I like it. I really, really like it. It's not much to it. It's just those little enhancements. It's a regular black over the door mirror. But adding those little bronze and gold accents. I think it does a little something, gives it a little bit of extraness. So that's how that turned out, and I do like it. I feel like it was kind of a little bit of a dangerous project with the saw and the mirrors and stuff, but I just tried to be, as careful as I could, and that's how that turned out. And now I'm going to go back into the initial project because now it's the next day and these are completely dry. So with that Dollar Tree metallic paint, my idea was to just kind of use the little sponge brushes to kind of graze over the raised parts like of the textured spackle. Now that's what my intention was. When I started doing it, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of little raised parts here. How is this gonna look? And I just kept trying to take my time and do it. Spoiler alert, it did not. Even you can see my cat there looking at me like, girl, do you know what you're doing? But no, Hildy, I did not know what I was doing because it did not come out like the way that I envisioned it. But I will say that it still came out nice. Like I still liked it in the end. So once I did that, I said maybe less is more. I put that one aside and then I moved to the other canvas, which now this one has all those little grooves from the pool noodle knife that I used. So I was like, well, how am I going to do this? I can't put them on, all of the raised ones. So I kind of just sporadically did the lines, little, wavy lines everywhere, trying to, go along some of them. But it just wasn't, it just wasn't what I thought it would be in my mind. So then I found this little squeezy bottle that I had randomly. And I was like, in my mind, I was thinking I could do like just little squirts everywhere. And I thought it would just look like some fancy, cute, art piece. No, it didn't. And they were too thick. So I said, let me just, blob them in. And then I just started doing these swiping motions. And I said, you know what, that's going to be the look. It's going to be these little swipey kind of smeared out look over the texture. And I will say that I do like them. Not what I envisioned, but I do like them. And for, just a DIY, for a DIY project, art project at home, I think they turned out okay. And that's how they are looking on the wall. I kind of staggered them. It's kind of hard to see the texture from far. You just kind of see the swipes, but it is what it is. And overall, I'm pleased.